Collective. It's your girl Kay, and guess what? I'm coming back with a surprise monthly love and relationship energy forecast for the collective. This is going to be for the entire month of April, people. So this is going to be for all of my fire, all of the elements: fire, earth, water, and air signs. So let's see for you guys this month, collective. I will be releasing the fire sign collective energy forecast later tonight, but this is kind of impromptu. Spirit put it on my heart, so let's see what's going on in your life and relationship. Right. Let's see what's the most pertinent energy, spirit energy, excuse me. Spirit guides, send messages, guardian angels surround us now, surround us in your loving light, and protect us from any negative energies, negative thoughts, feelings, or emotions that's going to try to come against us, and protect us. Emotions coming from within us. I'm looking for insight using the tarot. Spirit, please make it easy to read and easy to understand. Okay, so what's the most pertinent energy coming out for the collective for the first half of April? And guess what we have? The Lovers, but it's coming out as a concern. So this is telling me that actually I'm feeling like this is going both ways. So we have some of you who are in love and who are falling in love, and we have some of you Cupid, yeah, okay, I heard Cupid's arrow. So Cupid is definitely hitting a few of you with their arrows. Others of you may be falling out of love. You may be you know, this quarantine may have, you know, let you know that this ain't where you want to be, maybe. Sorry, I like to hear the background. Okay, what else we got? But you could be dealing with a Gemini. However, this is some heavy love, heavy relationship energies going on for you guys. So this could be some of you getting, like I said, getting into relationships, others of you out of relationships. And then for others of you, okay, so the Page of Wands. Yeah, so some of you are having maybe some trouble getting started on these new relationships. Page of Wands is, okay, so maybe somebody has texted you or messaged you to tell you that they love you, but I feel like a lot of you will be communicating and starting new relationships online or via texting, of course, because we're obviously stuck in a situation where we can't go outside. But maybe a lot of you are realizing that you love somebody, or somebody's realizing that they love you during this situation, and maybe they're ready to tell you this information. Maybe the text, maybe they have already texted it to you. But I just feel like a message energy, like this is probably new. Like if not, you know, I don't know, somebody is like, hey, I want to be in a relationship with you right now, something like that. Let's see here. This relationship could be blossoming, like it could be starting right now, but blossom around Gemini season. And then I have the Queen of Cups. So yes, some of you is okay. So if this, okay, so I'm not feeling like it's a feminine energy, but it could be the divine masculines being more feminine, well, tapping more into their feminine energy. Now, or be you divine feminine, and you are like taking the action, and you're telling somebody how you truly feel about this love connection. Otherwise, it's just like you are being very gentle, very mild. Like I just feel like the love energy surrounding the collective right now is just very peaceful for those who are in a peaceful relationship. For others of you who may not be in a peaceful relationship, I feel like you're coping, like you've come to terms with the fact that this is not going to work, and you're like super calm about it. It's not affecting you in a major way, is how I'm feeling. What else did we get for the collective spirit living? The Four of Cups is coming out reverse now. So this is like an offer that some of you guys may have been sitting on for a while. Like somebody may have been trying to get with you for a long time, like for a few years, 4 months maybe, 4 weeks. And they've been offering this to you. You might have been turning it back, but now it's like finally you are ready to accept this offer. You are ready to accept Cupid's arrow in your life. Okay, let's see what we have for the option. We get 2 cards for the outcome. Okay, so we have Justice and we have the Nine of Cups. This is wish fulfillment, balance. Okay, so some of you are finding balance in balance in love. Yeah, this could be karmic cycles coming around in if the point. Okay, so let me just say this. Now that we're going into these 5D energies and we're moving into New Earth, and it's pretty obvious what we're going through with the world's changes. So there will be 2 groups of people. There will be two groups of people. There will be a group who evolve and a group who remains in 3D consciousness. But then there will be others who evolve into the 4D, into the for those who are in the 4D, they'll evolve into the 5D. And so I feel like that's going to happen right now. Like if you choose to remain in lower vibrational state at this collective time right now, with everything that's going on, because this is forming a new world basically, and our minds, our frequencies are helping to form this world. So for those of you who are in group A, who are evolving, who have been doing the work, who have been, you know, who are basically not operating in a fear-based mentality right now. For those of you who are using this time, who are using it as opportunity and planning, those of you will see a shift in your love life. So don't be discouraged. You know, it may not come this year, it may not come, but you will definitely see a shift, because New Earth is going to be bringing around that kind of happiness, even in romantic relationships. So said all that to say, I don't know why Spirit brought that to my heart, but I'm saying all that to say that karmic justice is coming about. So this could be karma in love. If you have been in poor relationships where you've been giving, and they've been taking, that's going to turn around. You're going to find somebody, and you're going to be with somebody who is going to be your wish fulfillment. Okay, so keep putting in your work, keep doing what you're supposed to do, because I feel like that's going to be coming around. But as far as those 2 groups, that's why I'm saying, that's why this Lovers was coming concerned. So those, I don't know who this is going to resonate with, but you know, the whole world can't be on the same page. So if you are, you know, if this is resonating with you and you're breaking up and all of this and falling apart, that's still a good thing, because that means there's a cleansing, there's a clearing out happening. And for others of you who have been in like shitty situations and may have been single for a while, you'll be getting your wish fulfillment when it comes to that as well. So yeah, you may see a lot of people who are in lower vibrational states. You may see them breaking apart. You may see those relationships breaking apart because you're into new with those kind of relationships. So a lot of awakenings are happening in the world. Let me go ahead and, yeah, this Queen of Wands here is cutting shit out. Let me go ahead and clarify for you. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, so let's clarify the Lovers. But yeah, so I'm basically saying it's going to be a point to where the worlds are going to be split. If you're operating vibration-based mentalities, if you're still not listening to your synchronicities and following your ancestors, and you'll know it. Like if you're confused right now, am I doing it? Am I? Then you're probably not doing it. Because you'll know. You know when you listening to your ancestors, when you're following, you know, everything that you're supposed to be doing. And you'll know probably because it looks hard as shit. Okay, so if you're going through a rough patch, you're probably on the right path. But for me, there's never a wrong path. All paths lead to the right path. Okay. What's the Lover's feel? Could be dealing with a fire sign, a water sign. What's the Lovers? Oh, okay, so I don't know if y'all just saw that King of Wands was just at the bottom of the deck, and it just came out. Now it's coming out reversed. Okay, so for some of you, this could be, I'm feeling those 2 energies. Some of you have some action coming your way. Somebody is ready to come in and they're ready to offer you. They're ready to tell you what's going on. For some of you, this could be like quite action. You probably aren't able to take action. And because of this whole quarantine situation, but maybe you guys are writing and texting a lot, but as soon as this thing is over, they're ready to take action. Others of you, it's like inaction. You ready to go the opposite way. You ready to run away from your relationship. With this person could again be a Leo or Sag or Aries. The Four of Discs is coming out. It's coming out as a concern. So this is like, I feel like a lot of masculine now are lowering, like letting their guards down a little bit when it comes to, I call them the love walls around the heart. So a lot of my divine masculines are like lowering their love walls. Like I just feel like they're tapping more into those feminine energies. You know, just, you know, it doesn't mean that you have to be feminine, but we all embody both masculine and feminine energies within us. So, you know, your divine masculine could be just connecting with his feminine, with the divine feminine portion of himself, and just, you know, using this time, or this time is awakening him to that more feminine side, to make that offer. As to maybe, you know, in the past, like he wanted to make the offer, but it was still stagnant. You know, the world was going, but not at the world that stopped. You don't have no choice but to sit and think. Now you have no choice but to sit and get these downloads. Now you have no choice but to understand that this is the person, like Cupid has hit his ass. It's like, or bro, Cupid hit her ass. Like, she know now. Okay, so what's the King of Cups? I'm sorry, Queen of Cups. Yeah, okay, so we have the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords is coming out great. For some of you, I feel like, yeah, like I was saying, yeah. Like I was saying, you are, you know, I feel like you've come to terms with it. Like, if you are breaking up with somebody right now, you've come to terms with, like, I feel like you've been new. Like, I've been new before the quarantine that this shit wasn't gonna work out, but you were just using, you know, work as escapism or whatever the hell, going to the bar, hanging out with friends. You knew the shit been over. And so this is just your confirmation right now. Kind of like your emotions are very calm about this. Like, you're really not, you know, you're affected by it, but it's not like a deal because you kind of already knew what was going on. That's for some of you. For some of you, I feel like your persons may be offering a couple, like offering, like leaving one relationship to go to another relationship. That's happening for a lot of people. I feel like, yeah, because, you know, you missing your side chicks right now. A lot of the collectives missing their side chicks and their side dudes, the person that really makes them happy. And for a lot of you, you will be experiencing this 10 of Cups happiness stuff. But you missing your side chick, you missing your side dude right now. And it's like, that's where your heart really is. That's where you really want to be. You can't get to the person. You can't offer them your cup. So maybe a lot of you are quarantining to the point to where you can't talk to your boo, your side boo. And then let's see, the Four of Cups is coming out reverse. So this is either you rejecting an offer. Yeah, this is offers being rejected. Maybe you rejected an offer. Some of you may have realized that you really do want to be at home with your person and you don't want to cheat or whatever. Maybe y'all have found the love back in the relationship for some of you. What's the Four of Cups? The Hangman. Okay, so yeah, so I feel like some of you are coming out of a kind of a hung situation. Like you were kind of stuck in a place, like you aren't, well, this could be present moment energies. You're not able to move, you're not ready to accept the offer. You can't accept the offer, you can't make an offer because you're just stuck. Maybe you've been in a stuck situation for a very long time when it came to this offer that somebody was giving you. Like, you know, didn't know whether to take it or not. I'm being drawn to this like scroll in this bird's hands, like a message of some sort, and it's like you're either ignoring that message or not accepting that message, or either you got that message on red. You don't know what to do with that message. You could be dealing with a Libra. What's the Justice card here? Okay, with the Five of Swords, this is telling me that, yeah, some karma that you may have had. Okay, so a lot of you have had a long battle when it came to this relationship, or when it came to karma, when it came to love, you've had a lot of battles. You've had to fight baby mamas, you've had to fight baby daddies, you just had to fight. And it's like you've really been trying your best to be a good person in a relationship, and it's just you're just met with obstacles like every turn you go. And so now I feel like the universe is giving you your karma this month and rewarding some of you with new relationships that will bring you wish fulfillment. This may be a slow offer. It may not happen quickly, or I feel like that hasn't been happening quickly will suddenly happen for you. Could be dealing with a younger earth sign as well. But yeah, they're going to offer you wish fulfillment. There's going to be justice and wish fulfillment in love and relationships for you. Somebody's definitely with this King of Pentacles energy. He wants to be very stable in your life. So let me go ahead and get and I'll get you out of here. Keep in mind, this is a collective read. I'm pulling a lot of energies, but I'm not speaking on them because it's for an entire collective. So all of this may not resonate with you. So take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? Okay, let's see, Spirit Guides. What is the light working for? Okay, that's tuning. I haven't used these cards in a long time. I'm not going to take them there. That was a raggedy ash. Let's see. Oh, okay. I might take them. Okay, so second ray of wisdom. Okay, so you move from the 1 to the 2. So yeah, some of your persons are wising up right now. They're finally understanding what's going on. They have received wisdom. They have received downloads at this time from their ancestors and higher realms and things that this is the relationship that they need to be in or out of. Okay, so past life activation. A lot of past life relationships are reconnecting right now. So if you are heavily connecting with a person and it's like you don't understand why the fuck you feel this person on such a deep level, this is a past life connection with this person, and it is now being activated in this new earth, in this new time. So a lot of you will be meeting people. I don't know if online or how the hell we can meet, but you may have already met this person, and it might just be deepening for you. And then with Cosmic Heart, Cosmic Christ consciousness, a lot of you are waking up to Christ consciousness and love, like true love, like no longer wanting to play games, like understanding what true love is, you know, and just finding true love for yourself. And then with Soul Child, this is definitely a rebirth of your soul. Some of you may be getting pregnant this month with being locked up. And then sixth ray of devotion, deck is telling me that feelings definitely are wanting to be devoted to this relationship. They want to be loyal to it. They want to grow it. It's not something that they are just, like I said, it's not something that they want to let go easily. With that King of Pentacles being at the bottom of the deck, they are in it for the long haul. So let me go ahead and get some numerology cards to see if we get something else for you guys before we go. Yeah, somebody's just like, I love you anyway. Like, I don't care how you look in the morning. I don't care about your breath. Thank you. Nothing will come to the situation. Okay, so for a lot of you, there will be some endings in the relationship. Void, of course. Some of you are realizing that you do have to void that course. You have to change courses So yeah, this is feeling like, one, I'm getting, the scenario of choosing one person over another, or choosing to go where your heart really is instead of where you are, because there's a lot of people in relationships that ain't in love, you know, and a lot, and they in love with people outside of their relationships mostly. So this could be, for people right now. You're choosing the other person because you realize that's truly where your happiness is. You're realizing that the relationship you're in, nothing will come of it. It's void, it's trash, empty. It's empty, it's emotionless. It's just void. Void of emotion, void of love. That's for some of you. And now I feel like you are waking up to that. Like now you have the wisdom to understand that it's nothing. Like it's been away for a long time. It's been loveless and empty for a very long time. And now you have the time and and the wisdom to understand. That's why this Queen of Cups is coming out, because she understands. It's like, man, yeah, like the shit hurts, but at the same time, like I already knew it. You know what I'm saying? I already knew that this was a trash relationship. I already knew I was in it for the looks of, for how it made me look, or how this person made it look, or for the money, or whatever the case may be. For your situation. Let's see what else we get Spirit. And then surrender to the divine. So right now, what Spirit has going on is while you're in this whole moment, you're surrendering. This is a surrender. Like, Spirit is making you surrender. And you have no choice. You have no choice. You have no choice but to surrender right now to your feelings about how you truly feel, because you have no choice but to sit there, look at it, and accept it. Okay, you have no choice but to sit down. You've been set in a corner, and now you can see exactly what you need to do. Like Source is making you see, basically. And then for others of you, it's a love to where you probably been denying it. Like I said, those walls have been up. But now Spirit is saying, yeah, for this month, Aries season, like it's going to be very transformative. There are going to be deaths, new beginnings happening all around us, and it's going to be in our personal relationships. And with surrender to the divine, like a lot of you are also opening up to the fact that your guards have been way too up. You've been a player too long. You've been trying to be a player too long. And Spirit is telling you, like, that's really not the way that you should be, or that's really not, honestly, not what you want on the subconscious level. View. I'm just feeling this for y'all specifically, like, but I feel like for y'all, your walls have been up, like you've been avoiding a person, a situation. You've been avoiding like a lover, a love interest, like somebody, like you've been trying to pull away. You've been running because you know that if you sat down and just sat with your thoughts with this person, you know that this is the right person for you. You know that you want to spend, or that you could spend the rest of your life with this person. And let me let the truck pass. So far sitting up there upright. But yeah, for the divine masculines, you are letting those walls down. You finally understand what the fuck is going on. You understand, like the Source is making you understand the person that they put in front of you that you've been trying to ignore this whole fucking time. Like, boom, here, now, sit down. You see them? You see them now. That's kind of what's going on. Like, they force feeding this on you, like, or you, like, quit being dumb. Like, if I remove it out your life, you're going to be sitting up here crying, so just accept it. Believe in the impossible with the blue moon. Like, some of you are very nervous. Maybe you feel like this person is out of your league. Maybe you feel like you can't afford it. Maybe you feel, it's just not gonna, it's not gonna work, or what's coming to my mind now is that movie Hitch. You know how he was hooking them up, Will Smith was hooking the, like, kind of the loser guys. I don't want to call them loser guys, but he was kind of helping them, the people who really don't get a chance with the more beautiful women. He was helping them, like, kind of see past, like, the money and the facade and get to know the actual person. And I feel like that's what's going on for a lot of you. Like, you're waking to realize, you know, you're looking past the facade, you're looking past the image. Maybe, so, you know, kind of like that thing where like they are out of my league, but you know, believe in the impossible. That's for some of you. I don't know who that's resonating with. And then we'll flew all the way over there on the floor. I'll get it later, but it's basically new moon in Aries. The same card that I've been seeing forever, that's just like sticking out to me so hard, but it's time to take action. So Aries season is going to be the time when a lot of your persons are going to come around and they are going to make their offers. Sorry, I got a phone call, but I don't know where I left off at, but like I said, Aries season is going to be a time for y'all to take action in love. Some of your people are going to be coming around, and they're going to be coming around this Aries season. It may be out of the blue. That's what this blue moon is meaning. It's out of the blue. You weren't expecting it, but they've been activated. The divine masculines have been activated, and the activation time that they've been given is every season, I truly believe. So they'll be coming about. And then also that other talking about, you know, who are just kind of like, first of all, if you were in it for the wrong reasons anyway, and that's dissolving, that's your karma. And so for those, you know, for that other group that I was saying, that's kind of like just staying in that fear-based, lower vibrational base, thinking, you know, that'll kind of just stay in that 3D world that we're kind of moving apart from, and they'll kind of still stay stuck in that misery, truth be told, you know what I mean? And, you know, I may have been some people that, you know, if you're doing the work, you've been elevating, and you know it's you know, and you'll know it. But otherwise, like, yeah, for that other group, y'all are going to be taking action to move apart from somebody. And then this is a bad thing. It's just going to be like a time of you just, you know, even if you were in it for the right reasons, you just stayed in it too long. And now it's time for you to move on. Walk on by. Time for you to walk out for some of you. Okay, so I'll go ahead and leave it at that, collective. And I really hope you enjoyed this read. Like I said, it's not possible for it to resonate with everyone because I'm literally still getting so many messages, and I'm trying to condense them all into one. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for your patience, and I love you. Thank you for it, and namaste.